That was nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, man. How about you?
Not too bad.
Nice.
So you guys are Pretty Little Death Machine.
Yep.
Yes.
We are
Half.
We're half Pretty Little Death Machine.
So you are.
I'm Tyler.
And
Jamie.
And who's missing?
Matt and Tricky.
Yeah.
I'm not here. Yeah.
And Tricky plays
Guitar. Lead guitar.
lead guitar.
Yeah.
And Matthew plays
Bass.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Pretty Little Death Machine. How did it come to pass that you guys got together?
Me and Matt and Tricky got together in a shed in Mantic, and we rehearsed once, and we pretty much knew we were gonna play together. I think that's how it went.
Now Jamie wasn't there at the time though.
No, Jamie wasn't there at the time. This is like almost 4 years ago now.
And who was the first original drummer?
The first guy, his name was Sean, and we jammed, I think, with Sean for about maybe 4 months.
So how long? So you played about 4 months. So from that time, from the shed, to how long did it take you guys to get out on stage?
Probably took us about 5 months, I think. Because we played our first show with Sean, and that was at Mavericks downtown. I forget how many bands were on the bill that night, but I know we played with the Cowards, and that was pretty much the first band that we kind of really connected with in the city with those guys.
Do you remember that first show as PLDM?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Do you want to know, like, you know, certain little things about it and what made it so memorable?
Yeah.
Well, it was the first show. I threw my back out during the show,
How that happened?
just playing, and just threw it out. And then we had a great set, though. It was really fun. They helped me to the car, and I went home, and that was pretty much the deal.
So you would have had Mother May I, maybe a New Scar.
We had New Scar for sure. We had Mother May I. We had actually a lot of the songs on the first record. We pretty much had on that one, in that show.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So you've been playing around Ottawa now for about 4 years.
Yeah.
And of course, after the constant nagging of all the super fans, me being myself, you guys hit the studio and you did your first album, which was called A Piece of the Action.
Yeah.
How did that come down?
How did it come down?
Yeah, how did you decide, okay, we got songs.
Right.
Now
How did we decide we were going to be doing the record and
Yeah.
said, let's just put a record out?
Yeah.
Oh, because we had a good like 15, 16 songs, and we were like, let's just record a record. Let's just do this. Let's get together with our buddy James, who we all knew, and let's just record the record down in Isaac's basement. And that's what we did. We went down there, recorded it. Yeah.
So how long after, between the Shed series and Isaac's Basement, how long was that before you guys decided to do the record?
That's a really good question. I think that was probably about a year, I think. Almost. I think probably, I would definitely say about a year, because we started jamming with Sean in about, I think it was like around March of 2010, and then by March of 2011, that's when Isaac was in the band, and we knew Ike was going to be the guy to take us, you know, the next step or whatever. And then we recorded the record. So yeah, pretty much about a year we were together before we recorded the record.
And the overall delivery of A Piece of the Action, were you guys satisfied?
We were really satisfied with that record, yeah.
It's a sweet record.
We were really
Love
happy
that
with it.
record.
Yeah.
I love that record. And you said, Jamie, you said never to drive.
Yeah. If
Listen to that.
you're driving and you listen to Piece of the Action, you're going to be speeding.
That's true, eh? Yeah, you put that on Facebook one time.
Yeah.
I remember reading that.
That's
pretty
pretty
sweet.
I can totally concur with that statement because every time I listen to it while driving,
Yeah, it's true.
you're speeding. It's not a good thing. So.
Don't speed.
Don't speed.
And so you guys, after releasing A Piece of the Action, I was at that CD release party. It was
Yeah.
great at the old Live Lounge.
That's right, yeah.
Animal Confession, Cowards, Cellar Trough.
Yeah.
You guys went on tour.
Yeah.
You went out east and
Hit the East Coast. It was our first tour as a band, and we went out to, we hit Montreal, we hit Moncton, we hit, where else? Halifax, Dartmouth, and Frederick. So it was a week. We pretty much played every night when we were out there. Did that. Reception was fantastic. The East Coast is a great place to play. Moncton was a great show. Halifax, fantastic too. They really appreciate music out east, so if anyone ever wants to go out east to play a show, expect a good one.
So you guys just recently, back in June, released the self-titled PLDM.
Right.
7 tracks, new album.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience recording it, and how did it differ from A Piece of the Action?
From A Piece of the Action? With that one, it was different in the way that we went about it. I think that as far as recording the bed tracks went, it was pretty much the same deal. Like with this one, we recorded it with Ken from Turnstile Productions, who's heavily involved with Muffler Crunch as well. And we loved their records, and that was just pretty much kind of seemed like that was the way to go. And because Isaac was friends with Muffler Crunch for a long time, Ike played with Boom Creek. He's been friends with Angie and Ken for a long time too. So Isaac asked Ken if he'd be willing to record our record, and then they came back with the answer of yes, and then we were stoked. We were like, this is gonna be fantastic. So we went in, recorded the bed tracks over 2 days, and then started doing overdubs. And I think Matt got his bass done in a day, and then after that it was Tricky, and he was doing the leads, and then I did rhythm guitar after that. So
vocals though, for you, how long did that take?
Vocals took, it wasn't as long. I think the thing with that was that just because of scheduling, a lot of the time, it was like, because of the days that were mostly open to be able to do vocals, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. So it kind of, and then we took a little bit of time off after the recording of the tracks were done so we can get those. And then with the vocals, it kind of moved on to, I don't know, maybe 3-4 months later is when those started. And the vocals went on for probably about 2 months, I think. Just do a weekend here, do a couple hours, because when you listen to the record, I'm basically yelling the whole time. So it's like when you're doing that for an hour at a time, you kind of lose a little bit of it. And that's just kind of the way that I sing with the band, is that I do a lot of yelling. So it's
harder to focus more when you're in the studio than when you're just up there live.
Yeah, if anyone's ever recorded a record and doing vocals or recording anything really, because you know that when you record this song, the song's done. You're never going to go back and do the song again and record it. You know what I mean? So it's like you want to make sure, it's a lot of pressure on it too. So it's like same thing applies with when you're doing your drums, when you're doing your bass, anything at all. It's like and the funny thing about it too is that a lot of the time you might notice something that's wrong with it, but everyone else might not.
Yeah.
And that's what
For sure.
That's totally it. They'll kind of eat at you.
What are your favorite tracks off of the self-titled PLDM?
The second record?
Yeah, the second record.
Gnarly Lows.
I like the Gnarly Lows. That's a great song. I like them all for different reasons, to tell you the truth. I found that with this record, all the songs are really, they're kind of different. You know what I mean? It's not like it's all the songs are kind of in the same genre even. It's kind of like we kind of jump from one thing to another thing in it. We're kind of eclectic that way, I guess.
I showed the guys last night from that other band. I showed them Little Brother, and because you guys played with that band at the time, and so I showed them Little Brother, and they were rocking out.
What band?
The guys from First Three.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Okay,
I showed them because you guys played with them. They're like, hey, what are they up to? I'm like, oh, well, they just released a record.
Yeah.
And so I showed them this album, PLDM, and
Yeah.
they were just like, they're standing behind my couch going, like, this is awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you're gonna get a couple downloads from that.
Yeah, a lot of the songs, you can really hear the influences in pretty much all the tracks. I mean, with the Gnarly Lows, you can hear a lot of like a lot of stoner rock influence on that one. Like we like a lot of like Red Fang and that kind of thing. And if you listen to Lemmy's Revenge or Little Brother, that one, that's pretty much like a Motorhead song really, because we like that stuff too. And then there's some rock songs, straight up rock songs, and then some more classic rock songs on it too, but it's all in the vein of rock. But yeah, we just try to keep it interesting, I guess, because you don't want to have the same kind of thing, throughout the whole record.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, and I think that's hard to do too. You don't want to have the same song. It's like, okay, cool, this song again. All right.
You don't want to stray too far.
That's it. You don't want to go too.
Stay
It's not like
close.
we're gonna have a jazz record or something. Acid jazz or anything like that. But we're gonna keep it. Or maybe that'd be interesting. I don't know. Maybe we'll look into it.
Folk country.
Yeah, let's
Pretty
go
little
full on.
folk country.
Yeah, that's it. Some of those guys are pretty tough. Johnny Cash,
Yeah. True.
tough as nails.
So you released that back in June 2013, so just
Yeah.
this year.
Right.
And after that, Isaac left the band.
What's that?
Isaac left the band.
Yeah, Isaac left the band. Actually, Isaac left the band before the record release.
Before the
But no one knew about it until the record release happened. Or we didn't make it official until the record release happened.
And that's when you got Jamie.
That's when we got Jamie.
That's when I came.
That's right.
So where'd you find Jamie?
We found Jamie actually
Montreal on the street.
on Montreal on the street. It was all good.
He
Actually,
loaded
rescued
up the
me.
van, drove down from Seattle.
That's right, yeah. Well, we had
The Dave Grohl story, you know, I packed up the van.
oh yeah, that's right.
From
He just
LA
headed
and
up
walked
from
ahead.
Toronto to Ottawa. I heard stories about up in Ottawa, and
Hey,
just like,
loaded up
oh
the van
jeez.
from Almont, drove up to Ottawa.
Yeah, that's it.
I wish I had a van, that'd be sweet.
It's
Sounds good to have. Oh, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the way that Jamie got in was that after Isaac left and it was all official and everyone knew that it was going down like that, we kind of just said, well, we're gonna have auditions. We have some people down that we know, and we're gonna people that want auditions for the band, and we'll just hold auditions and see what comes of it. And if anyone's been through that process, it's a daunting task when you think about it. It's like, okay, well, you're replacing someone that's been in your band for good 2 years, kind of thing, right?
How was the transition from Isaac to Jamie?
It wasn't as tough as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be tough, and it turned out not to be, which is a real pleasant surprise.
How did you find it?
It was a little intimidating at first jam, you know. Like you said, he was in the band for 2 years. I mean, they know how he plays.
Yeah.
So,
And you also play in another power pop rock band called the Arcade.
I wouldn't call it power pop, but yes.
Pop.
What another
And so
band.
how does that differ from playing with these guys and playing with the Arcade?
Both are awesome. I'm getting the best of both worlds. You know, I get to play twice as much music.
Yeah, you would too. Hey?
Yeah,
You guys are both all busy too.
yeah. I got 2 gigs to go to all the time.
Yeah.
Luckily, nothing's crisscrossed yet. So
Looking for that Arcade Pretty Little Death Machine bill.
yeah, that would knock me out. But I would do
That's
that.
true too, eh?
Change your shirt.
Yeah.
Be a different person.
Yeah. But we
and-
held the auditions for the stuff, and then we probably had about, I think it was probably about 3 jams in, and then we had a gig at Zaphos. That was the first gig with Jamie. And,
Mere Humans and
yeah.
House of Haunt.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So down to Zaphos, we did that show, and it was great. There was no problems with it. It went through really, really smooth.
Not
So,
for me.
what's that?
I got alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, apparently you got alcohol that night. Yeah,
Yes, I did.
That sucks.
but it was good.
Very first song we played, at the end of it, I hit my hi-hats and they flew off. I don't know how it's possible. The stand didn't fall or anything, but
Yeah.
never seen that before.
It worked out
Really?
good.
What happened?
Yeah.
Both your eyes?
No, just the top one just flew off the top of it.
But yeah, we let him know after that gig.
Yeah. Celebrated that night.
Last year, you guys opened up. No, that was in the spring of 2013. You guys opened up for BAM.
Yeah,
at
Bam
CPY.
Rancher, yeah.
And coming up on December 17th
Yeah.
this year, you're going to be doing it again.
Yeah.
How does that feel to be invited back to open up for
We're
BAM
stoked.
here?
We had a great time the last time we played with them. Last time on the bill, it was like, it was a fantastic show. The promoters, Black Widow, Christian and Pete, they put on a fantastic show. Everything was well organized. Those guys put on a great show. Doll played great. We had a great set. So yeah,
That was
fantastic.
that show.
Yeah, Jamie was there too. I think you got kicked out of that
I
show.
did get kicked
he
out
did
of
get
that
kicked
show,
out. I
yeah.
saw him jump off the stage.
Yeah, I crowd surfed and I landed in front of the security guard.
Yeah.
Are you excited to get up there and play
Yeah.
on stage?
It was
Play
cool
with
because I was
fans?
watching it last time playing it now, so
Yeah,
That's it.
it's gonna be fun.
And so that's going to be on December 17th. $20 in advance for those tickets.
Yeah.
And it's an all-ages show now.